nice and warm. Phew, all right, 135 beats.
Start with a bicep curl. So again, this is meant for beginners. Anyone can benefit though, and you can just up the weights if you're experienced in weightlifting. But again, I want this to be really comfortable for people who are just starting out on a journey using weights. So again, you can do this seated. You can do it sitting on a box, on a step, in a chair, on the ground if you need to. So I'm going to exhale up and inhale down, and you'll see I'm going nice and slow. So we're just going to keep a slow consistency here as well to get your body used to this. So weights have so many benefits. They are going to help prevent osteoporosis, so they will help with bone health and bone strength. Obviously, using weights will help develop your muscles and strengthen. This not only will help keep you strong, but it also will help you burn more calories during the day if that's a goal for you, because muscle is going to burn more throughout the day. It will help with your balance. It will help with your posture. It will help with injury prevention. It even helps with our memory and our brain health. Okay, go ahead and bring it back down. Nice job. Now from here, just go ahead and switch which foot is in front. Okay, and we're going to do one more set. So palms are still forward, and you're going to bend and then straight. So this video is going to kind of give you the basics. We're going to do a bicep curl. We're going to do a little work for your triceps. We'll do a little work for your shoulders, and then for your back around your scapula as well. Okay, so again, it's going to give you that upper body strength training so you can start to feel comfortable using weights. The other thing to know is a really good option. You can always start with one set of weights and then change it. So if you start with your heavy set and you get fatigued, you just go right to the light set. Think also about trying to have the same speed coming up as you do going down, and keep your elbows in at your sides. So shoulders are back and down, elbows in at your sides. Let's do two more. 2. Last one. And down. Nice job. Give your shoulders a roll up and down. Very nice. So we're going to bring our arms up here. So again, palms are facing forward. And you're going to press them overhead and back down. So now I have my feet underneath my shoulders. And again, do this seated, okay? Don't let anything stop you in that way. So don't think, oh, this is hard for my balance or hard for my knees, I just can't do it. No. Go ahead and sit in a chair and do it. You can still get the benefits. Nice job. So I'm pressing straight overhead. Coming back down, the weights come about to shoulder height, and then I'm pressing back up again. This is what it looks like from the side. Make sure that your back doesn't arch as the arms go up. And if it does, if you really, really, really have to arch your back to push those weights up, then the weights are probably too heavy. Just go lighter. Okay, last 2. And last one.
Whew.
Nice
burn
job.
already.
Those back down. And we're going to set one of the weights down and keep one. So I'm going to have it in my right hand. My left foot is forward and my right foot is back. You can have your left hand on a kitchen counter or on a chair for balance. And what you're going to do is pull the elbow up and back down. So let me show you an alternative. You can do this right here, okay? If you'd like to be a little lower or you're more comfortable down here, that's fine. Bring the knee down. Otherwise, you're here. So you'll see I'm just leaning forward slightly. Squeeze the shoulder blade into your back as you pull the hand up. Last 2. 1. Nice job. We'll go ahead and switch sides. So your right foot is forward, your left foot is back, and pull up. So what we're doing with this routine, again, as it's meant for beginners and for anyone to feel comfortable, we're doing isolated movements, meaning something like this. It's only a row. When we started, we only did a bicep curl, really being able to focus. And that's a really, really great place to start so that your brain and your body don't get overwhelmed. And then one way we progress over time is we would start to combine movements. So maybe, for example, we're combining a lunge, just like this. We go down and up. So we're not doing that in this workout, but it's always nice to see how you can progress things over time. Otherwise, you can always stay right here with this too. Nice, take a break. And come back in. Very good. All right. And we're gonna take that weight and I want you to bring it overhead. So again, I'm gonna stagger my feet. So I have 1 foot forward and 1 back. And I'm holding this one weight in both hands. My elbows come into my ears. All right, so my elbows are facing forward. They're right into my ears. And I'm pressing the hands up and down. Trying to keep my elbows exactly where they are in space. So here too, just try to keep yourself in that nice, tall, upright position. This as well, you can just do seated in any way that's most comfortable for you. Don't be afraid to go down to a really light weight. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Bring yourself out of that position. And we're going to do one more here for our shoulders. So we're going to go back to both weights. Feet are again underneath your shoulders. And now my elbows are bent. My palms are facing each other. And I'm coming out to the side. So we're doing a lateral shoulder lift here for our deltoids. So as you fatigue, I'm starting to feel my arms definitely fatiguing. And this is a harder motion for me. So if I find that I can't keep my form, if my shoulders start creeping up to my ears, then I'm going to drop down to those lighter weights to finish it out. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to keep repeating that to you. Good. 4 more. You got it. 4. Be proud of yourself for doing this. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Bring your hands down. We're going to bring the shoulders up and back. One more time. Let your right ear fall to your right shoulder. Left ear. And back up. All right, so we're going to go through some of those again. We're going to bring the arms up, palms face forward, press overhead, and back in. So it starts to become a little harder, I know, to keep good form as you start to fatigue. Really tap into your breath. Make sure you're breathing. Go to a lighter set of weights. Or the other side of this is, if you feel like you could do 50 of these without a problem, go to a little heavier. Okay? I tell people, if you can't do 4 reps, it's probably too heavy. If you can do 100, it's too easy. You need to be somewhere in the middle. Good, 1 more. Nice job. Come back and down. Set one of the weights down. to our row. So I'm gonna have the left foot forward, the right foot back. Lean forward, your hand is on a counter or the wall. Pull up and down. So the videos for kind of our purpose for this program, we've divided into some arm work and then some leg work, and then we have videos that combine it all. So this is, again, just upper body focused. But the great thing I find with weights, especially when we do just single arm, kind of when we alternate, you're getting some really good core work as well. That's one of the nice things also about weights is we can make it really functional for the core without having to do any crunches at all. Nice job. Other side. I'll turn so you can see me. Right foot forward, left foot back. So you're working hard here, but also giving your body a chance to let that heart rate and your breath come back to center. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Come in. We're going to go to our triceps. So I'm going to hold the weight in both hands. It comes behind my head. I'm going to stagger my stance again. Elbows squeeze in. Press the hands up and back down. Really try to straighten all the way up and then slow to release. So this is called the concentric contraction, and then that slow release is an eccentric. We need both. Four more, you got it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Come out of that position. We're going to find both weights again for one more lateral shoulder raise. So my feet are underneath my shoulders, elbows bent, palms facing each other, and you lift and lower. Nice job. When you come up, so you'll notice when I get up there, it's like it's all resting on a table. So my elbow and my hands stay in the same level as I'm lifting. 3 and 2. Last one. Nice job. Bring them down. Give yourself another shoulder roll here. Stagger your stance to find one more set of biceps. Now I'm going to change this a little bit just so you can start to see how we can change things up. So pull up like this, then when you come down, you're turning so the palms face your hips. Do you see that? So I lead up and I rotate into that bicep curl, and then I come down and I rotate. And if that's too much, just go back to your regular one. It's completely fine. But this will hit a little bit different muscles. And why are biceps important? If you imagine carrying groceries, and if you're like me, you try to carry every single bag of groceries in one trip, then your arms are in this position the whole time that you're carrying the groceries, right? Last 2. Nice job. Go ahead and set these down. And I'd like you to find your lighter set. And if that was your lighter set and you still have a little energy, just keep what you used. If not, just again, go as light as you need to. But I'm gonna go a little bit lighter here. So what we're gonna do now, this is our home stretch. Have the arms up with the palms facing each other here. And I just want a little lift, a little pulse, pulse. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open, close, open, close. We're almost there, I promise. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it back down. We're going to bring one foot forward, the other one back, either one, okay? For our very last thing here, a little more triceps. You're gonna pull up so your elbows are in at your sides, and you're gonna kick back. I want you to see what a tricep kick back looks like. So the elbows are glued in, and here too, you can be right down here, okay? So you're trying to straighten, you're squeezing the back of the arm. 3, 2, 1. And again, that is another way to work the triceps. Good job, you can set those weights down. So we had bicep curls, and I showed you 1 or 2 variations of those, okay? We did shoulders with an overhead shoulder press, it's called, right here, and then a lateral raise, which was right here. Then we did a row. This is called a row, where you pull up, you're getting the back of your shoulder blade, kind of your mid-back working. And then we had our 2 kinds of triceps, a kick back right here, and then an overhead tricep press right here. So it's kind of nice to start to become familiar with the terminology as well. Again, only because it will help empower you. That's what I want. I want you to be able to watch videos. I want you to be able to read instructions and say, you know what, I think I know what that is. I can at least look it up and check, but I've heard that term before. Start recognizing the language, start recognizing the movements, simply to build your confidence. You can do this. You were meant to do this. Our bodies were built to have some resistance training. So I promise you can do it. I'm happy to have you here, and I'll see you for the next video. So we are working our upper body today with weights. And this is the second part of our beginner upper body workout. You can do them interchangeably, but what I'm going to do is just show you a few different moves and what you can do to keep working your upper body. So I have my set of 5 pounds and my set of 10 pounds. So just make sure you have a light and a heavy that's right for you. And we're going to start standing. So I'm going to start with my heavier weights here. And we're going to start in a similar way we did to our last video, and we're going to kind of work with that and play with that. So we're going to have staggered stance, palms facing forward. And what I want is for you to do your bicep curl, okay, both hands, and back down. And then now I want right hand only, and down, and left hand only, down. So we're going to do both, and then right, and then left. Okay, so one way that you can actually just change it up a little bit with your weights is by doing alternating arms. It's really good for your body to work unilaterally, so that means one side at a time. It is how we work right throughout our day functionally. We will lift kids and hold them on one hip with one arm. We're going to carry groceries in with one arm while we try to carry our bags and close the car door with the other arm. So it's great for our core, it's great for function to do one arm or one leg at a time. So that's one way that you'll see we will progress here. Okay, we're going to do about 2 more sets. And 1 more. Again, switching weights. I want to always remind you, you switch to your lighter set anytime that you need to. Okay? And then back down. Nice job. Bring your palms in to face you. We're going to have our legs hip distance apart. And we're going to slide our arms up and back down. So my palms are just sliding kind of right along my front. And these are called upright rows. So we're working our deltoids, our shoulders, our upper traps a little bit, but it's really more about the shoulders here. And I find these are definitely a harder movement for me. So many times I'll go lighter for this one and then the next few that I'm going to show you. So anytime in standing, you can kind of check in with your posture. Just think about creating space. I'm trying to get my ribs kind of lifted up off my hips. Just a nice tall posture here. Head is nice and tall. My knees are soft, so I'm not locking them. Last one. Nice job. Arms can rest. Okay, so we're going to do a front shoulder raise. I'm going to show you 2 options. If you were using a heavy weight, then what I want you to do is drop one. You're only going to keep one. We're going to stagger our feet again, and you lift the arms out in front of you like so. Okay? If you have your lighter set of weights, and that's what I'm going to switch to here, then you have the palms facing you and you lift your arms straight out in front. So again, part of kind of this beginner series with weights is for you to become comfortable and familiar with some of these motions and even the verbiage and the names of them, just because I want you to feel empowered to do these on your own. So this is a front shoulder lift, right? Really simple, no complicated names on this one. I'm keeping my elbows straight, and I'm getting the front part of my deltoid here. Nice job. I always, for myself, have to keep checking that my shoulders are back and down. Let's do 3 more. 3 and 2. Try not to just throw those arms up. Really control the motion. 1. Nice job. So I'm going to go to my heavier weights here. You might want to start with the lighter ones until you see where I'm going. So we are going to do, in our last video we worked on a row, and we're going to play on that a little bit, but it's going to be more for the back of our shoulders. So what I'm going to do again is find a staggered stance, but I'm wide. So I'm going to have my right foot forward, my left foot back. And I'm going to hinge forward. And now my palms are facing me. So if I do a row, we're right here, okay? So this is what's called a row. I pull my shoulders, I pull my elbows in and up. But what I'm doing here is my palms are facing me, facing my legs, and I'm pulling my elbows more out to the side, okay? So again, if this is new to you, I definitely want you to start with the lighter weights. Already I'm wondering why I didn't stick to the lighter weights, but that's okay. Because what I'm checking is that I can maintain form. I'm just laughing because I filmed the other arm video yesterday, so I'm feeling that already. But since I know I can maintain form, I'm not tensing anywhere, I'm going to stick with these weights. 4 more. So my elbows are going out to the side. And I'm just pausing up there for a moment. 2. 1. Nice job. Come in. And we're going to rotate through that cycle again. So I'm back to a staggered stance for my biceps. My palms are facing forward. And I'm gonna exhale both hands. Inhale down. Now I'm gonna do my left arm first. And down, and then right arm. Nice job. Grab water as you need it. I always find that breath, it helps me, especially as things start to get harder. Now let's talk about this staggered stance here and why I do it. Staggered stance is going to help your balance. It helps your weight distribution so you feel a little bit more balanced and secure. Sorry, I think I missed the alternating arms as I'm talking here. So it's your left arm first, and then your right, and then both. So I don't always do staggered stance. I do it when it's on a heavier side of weights for me, because again, I want to feel that security. I need to be able to really work on my form without having to arch my back or anything like that. So it's just an alternative option. I could definitely do this right here, and you can see, like I'm fine. I can do it with my legs together, hip distance apart. But like I said, I feel with this specific move, with the heavier weights for myself, just a little more secure with this slight stagger. This is our last set. Nice job. And back down and rest. All right, so we are going to now do our upright row, which is the palms facing you, shoulders down and back, feel really long in both side waists, and we're lifting up and down. So I mentioned being a little bit sore from the arm video yesterday. People ask about this. Two things people ask me about being sore. One is sometimes they're not sore after a workout, and then they feel like they didn't do anything, so they ask, do they have to be sore? The answer is no, absolutely not. You do not have to be sore for a workout to be effective. Movement is effective. Movement is healthy for us. But then the other side of it is, do I need to be sore? I'm never sore. Do I need to be? So again, no, you don't need to be. But I don't want you to be afraid of that muscle soreness. Muscle soreness means we are breaking down muscle fibers and then they're building themselves back stronger. That is actually what happens when we work out, when we get sore. I want to make sure though that you're sore for not more than 2 or 3 days. If you're going sore into 4 and 5 days, then it was probably a little bit too hard or too challenging, all right? So that's the thing. If you're sore 1 or 2 days and then it goes away and you can get right back to it, that's okay. And we're talking muscle soreness. I'm not talking injury, but muscle soreness. All right, take a break. I'm going to switch to my lighter weights. All right. So now, arms are going to come out in front. And again, I have gone to just my legs shoulder distance because it is a lighter weight. I'm comfortable and okay being here. And it's good to challenge yourself both ways. On this one, because this is a harder one for me, I find that I have to really watch that I'm staying slow when I lift the arms up. Because my tendency is to want to throw them up there. When it gets hard, don't do that. Don't use momentum. Last one. Nice job. All right, so we're going to do backs of the shoulders. We're going to have left foot forward now and the right foot back. You're going to hinge over. Okay, palms face you or face your legs and elbows out to the side and down. Now, you may notice I used my 10 pounds on the last set. I'm using my 5s here. Because real life, that's where I am. I'm starting to get pretty fatigued. I want to be able to maintain my form. I felt like I could do it on the last set. And I feel like I might just get a little bit too tense in my shoulders and my neck using the 10s here. Three more. And 2. The last one. Nice job. And come in. And we're going to lay down on our backs. So just make sure that you have your weights close. Okay, so I'm gonna get myself situated here. Again, I'm gonna go back to my 10s, but if you're new to this, I definitely want you to start with your lighter weights, okay? We're gonna work our chest. So that's one thing we didn't hit in our last video. So we wanna get into some chest press here. So I'm gonna have those weights in my hands. And I'm gonna bring them up towards the ceiling, and palms again are gonna face my knees now, okay? Feel those shoulder blades nice and flat onto the ground. Bring your elbows down and out, and then press them up. If you can, get your elbows just to touch the ground and then press. There's something I really like about chest press. And I think ultimately it's because I get to lay down to do it. And I do mean that kind of joking, but I also mean it very serious with my history of prolapse. And if you have that as well, you'll understand. I have really appreciated finding work that I can do laying down to take that pressure off, especially before my surgeries. So it's nice to find some things you can do in different positions to really feel strong and not feel limited. Okay, last one. Nice. Turn your palms to face each other. If you need a break, take it. Otherwise, we're going straight into a tricep press, which means elbows are going to come down, but they come down next to my ribs, and then I press up. So elbows down, they just glide along my ribs, and I press back up. So take a break or go lighter. And if you have 3s that you're doing and you think, how do I go lighter? Go grab those cans of beans or cans of soup. Okay, last 3, you got it. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Rest those down. I want you to keep 1, okay? So it doesn't matter if you have heavies, keep 1 heavy. If you have lights, keep 1 light. And you're gonna hold it in both hands. So I'm holding the side so I can have it in both hands. And I'm gonna do this with my heavy, but if my form's not right, because I'm getting tired here, I'm definitely gonna go to my lightweight. Arms are straight. You're gonna keep them straight and bring them back, and then bring them back up. So what you're watching is a few things, because this is probably a pretty new motion for you. We do this a lot in Pilates, but never holding a weight. It's a different feeling. So make sure that your back doesn't arch when your arms go back behind you. And if it does, just do a smaller motion, because I want this to be pure arm movement. Inhale, and then exhale. So we're still working our triceps in a much different way. And what I love is we're getting into the lats a little bit too. Again, go as light as you need to. We can do 2 more. Last one. Nice job. I'm gonna feel those triceps, I know. Okay, we're gonna do all of that, our supine cycle here. We're gonna do all of it one more time. So grab both weights. You can do it. Arms up, palms face your knees, out to the side, and back up. What I want you to also remember is we do not allow that all or nothing mentality here. Okay, you don't have to do this entire workout for it to count or for it to work. You can do 2 minutes, and that's a victory sometimes. You can do 5 minutes. You can do all but the last minute. You build up endurance and strength. If you can get through this whole video, and it is easy for you, then it means you're ready for the next level, okay? So if something ever feels super easy, it means you should probably actually move on and challenge yourself a little more. And that's said to be an encouragement to you. that it is okay if it feels challenging. It's meant to feel a little bit challenging. One more. Nice job. Palms face each other. Elbows come down. And again, take a break between those if you need it. Slow coming down, slow coming up. So we're doing anywhere from really 8 to 12 reps on most of these. That's about what I'll do typically. If it's something like Pilates, sometimes I'll get into 20 repetitions depending on what I'm using it for. Sometimes I'll stop at 6 if I'm getting really tired on something with weights. Good. Come down and take a break. I am not married to any number of repetitions, okay? There's no big right or wrong with that. Arms up, arms straight. So our very last thing, you guys. Reach back and pull up. The interesting thing to me about this exercise is it takes me a few reps to work into it. But like at this point, I'm getting more tired, but I have loosened up my shoulders a little bit so that I can actually reach back farther. So that's fun to notice sometimes, that sometimes I just get tired and I have to do less. Sometimes I warm up a little bit and I'm able to do more. 3 more. My arms are tired too. 3. It's a bit tired. 2. But hopefully my son doesn't need me to carry him around much tonight. 1. Nice job. Whew. Bring that weight down. Go ahead and roll to the side and push yourself up. Sit down, bring your left arm down, right arm up and over, stretch. And then take it to the other side. Give yourself a couple head rolls, shoulder rolls here. Nice job. I am so proud of you. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you soon.
Back. Okay, just gonna do a little stretch on here.